Hello and welcome. In this video and the rest lectures, I will be doing some practice questions. For this, I'm going to design a bolt with threads. So let's turn to top view first. We will make a circle. So select circle, specify base point and give radius of 5 units. Throughout, I will be using this radius. You can use different radius. After that, go to home view, change to 3D by selecting this extrude command, choose the circle, then press enter and give a height of 20 units, then press enter. Now let's change this view style from wireframe to shaded to see more clearly. Next, we will add threads to this drawing. For that, go to this draw panel. From the list, select helix. Now click at the bottom center, not exactly bottom but a little higher. There is another center, click that, then give circle radius of 5 units. Now once again type 5 units and press enter for top radius. We also need to select the distance of 2 turns on the twist. For that, choose the turn height from the command height and change it to 1 unit. Then press enter. Now we have turn height of 1 unit. So let's click the center point of the cylinder on the top. Now for creating the threads, we need to create a new geometry. In this case, we are going to choose front view. When changing views for the drawing, the axis change along with it, so make sure to correct it. For that, select view option from coordinate panel, then choose first option. When you click, you will notice our view changes to XY plane. Now let's go to this rectangle command and make small rectangle. We don't need to give size, just a small shape about this size. Now select the rotate, then choose the object, click the center point of this rectangle and rotate about 45-degree angle like this. Now we are going to move to the end point of this helix. For that, let's first pan the geometry so that we get the starting edge of the helix. So type M for move. Select object and press enter. Choose the center point while moving and select the end point of this helix. If you are unable to see the end point clearly, then you need to hide the 3D cylinder. For that, select the cylinder, right click, choose isolate, then hide object. Now the end point is more clear. Select this, choose move command, then place at the center. Now let's apply sweep command. Initiate the tool, select the rectangle, press enter, then select helix. As you can see, the rectangle is properly aligned with helix. Now we can bring back the hidden geometry. Click on this bar icon, then select end isolate object. Next, we need to subtract the geometry. For that, go to solid editing and select subtract tool. Click inside cylinder and press enter. Now choose helix, then press enter. So here we have this subtracted geometry with proper threads. Next, we will make the head, but before that, we need to save this drawing in the layer. Go to layer section, select layer property, add new layer. Let's leave it as layer 1 and close it. Now select the geometry, go to layer and keep in layer 1. So in this section, I will stop here. In the next lecture, I'm going to complete designing the top head, then I will join them. Hello, this is continuation of last video where we designed the lower part of bolt. So in this video, I will talk about the upper part or the head of the bolt. For that, I will select this polyline command, click at the point and make sure polar tracking is turned on. Let's enter length of 10 units, press enter. Moving on downwards, let's say depth of 7 units, press enter. Then move inside to a length of 2 units and move in here to 4 units. After that, close the geometry like this. Now we need to get rid of these sharp edges. For that, we will apply chamfer command, initiate the tool, then select distance, give distance of 1 unit. So I will apply on this line and this line. We also apply the same unit to the bottom. For that, we need to press enter key to initiate that previous command, which was chamfer. So click here and here. Next, we will apply fillet command to this edge. Select the tool, then type R for radius and give 1 unit radius. Now I'm going to revolve the geometry along this vertical axis. For that, click this flyout, select revolve, choose the object and press enter. Then click this part here for the axis of revolution and press enter again. Now our axis of 3D geometry is ready. We can freeze the layer on which this object is present to work efficiently in AutoCAD. So I will go to layers, and from this drop down I will freeze this layer. Now we don't have object here, so we will make some changes to this head. Once again, select this drop down, choose helix, but this time carefully select the center point here, and you will see there are plenty of center point here. So make sure that you choose the second center point from the bottom. Now let's apply radius of 10 units and press enter, and once again type radius of 10 units and press enter. Now we will need to specify the number of turns. For that, go to this turn and enter a turn of 1/10, which is 0.125. So we want this helix to turn almost 1/10 of complete revolution. Then press enter. Here we have helix. In order to apply the height, you can directly click the topmost center, or if you want to see more clearly, change to hidden. So here we have helix. Next, we need to create another geometry. First, click top view. Let's add small rectangle to this drawing, but before that, let's hide this 3D object. This will allow us to work on helix alone. Right click, select isolate, hide and hide object. Now we will make a rectangle close to this helix, orbit it. Now let's bring back our isolated geometry. For that, click this isolate object icon, choose end isolation here. So I will move this rectangle on helix, select move and press object, then paste it here at the center point. Orbit it and see how it looks. Change to top view, zoom in to see the rectangle. Now let's align this rectangle. For that, click rotate, select object and press enter. So choose the center point and align properly so that the circle passes the two end edges. Now we will convert to 3D. For that, go to the sweep tool, select rectangle and press enter. Now choose the path. So this is helix in 3D. Our next step will be making multiple copies of this helix. Now select it, click this flyout, choose polar array. Make sure you select the center point of this circle. So this is array, but array has very little object here. Let's change number of items to, let's say 28. This seems little again. I will change to 36. This looks good. Then close array. Make sure to maintain XY view. Now to get a beautiful design of the nut, we will need to mirror this helix. For that, click mirror, then select object to be mirrored and press enter. After that, specify the center point and move your cursor upwards. Then click it and press enter. We also need to clean up or delete some of the geometry. For that, we can simply use subtract tool, click, select this geometry here and press enter. Then choose the helix and press enter. So this is final look. Change to realistic and rotate it. So our last step is to join head and the lower part. For that, go to layer and freeze the object. Now let's apply move command, select object and press enter. Click the center point and click here also center point. Now the drawing is complete, but still there are two independent objects. To join them, select join command and choose both objects, then press enter. So this ends our practice question.